for Cavalier Between Games, featuring today's episode of The Life of the Umpire, followed by other Between Games entertainment. That's all leading up to Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
The Life of the Umpire.
From An Ode to the Umpire by Cliff Eastham. An umpire's life is not that fun. Spending 4 hours in the dry hot sun, making calls that half dislike, telling rowdy managers to take a hike.
And now, today's episode of The Life of the Umpire.
Once again, we're at the Goat Coffee House on Water Street with Chippewa River League Director of Umpires, Teddy Joas. This is the second episode in the series, The Life of the Umpire, where we'll examine what it's like to be a baseball umpire in the CRBL or any other baseball league for that matter. Teddy, you kind of hinted at it in the last episode, but how long have you been umpiring?
Different levels, about 25 years.
So you've seen quite a few ball games.
Yeah.
Now,
And played in some too, so I
Right.
played high school and year of college and a little bit in the CRBL. So
now, sometimes calls are not easy to make. So what are the most difficult calls that you've had to make?
sure, I mean the obvious ones are the bang plays, whether it's on a base or even the pitching. We talked last time about hitting the black and catchers freezing and framing things, if I remember right. Those are very judgmental calls. The field ones, I sometimes, people want to talk about 2-man versus 3-man versus even 4-man crews. In 2-man crews, a lot of times you lose angles because you have a base umpire that's moving to get to or covering multiple bases potentially, depending on the situation. So, one of the tougher things can be the angles getting on those bang plays in the fields, or the snap tag at third, and then there's a throw behind the runner at second, and you got a bang, and so depending on situations, those calls can be extremely difficult.
Okay. Now, sometimes fans and managers, even players, don't agree with the call that you've made, and oftentimes it seems like they might be misunderstanding the rules. What are some of the most misunderstood rules, and can you explain how they work?
Sure. I think one of the most, questionable or misunderstood rules is the obstruction versus an interference. And a lot of people think those are kind of two of the same thing, but interference is when the offensive team makes a run-in with the defense, or the offensive team interferes with the defense making a play.
Okay.
Obstruction is when the defensive team obstructs or gets in the pathway of the offense. So an example of that would be if a base runner's rounding second and runs into the shortstop, because the shortstop's turning around watching the ball in the outfield or something, and the runner tumbles to the ground. And what you'd normally see, but fans usually don't, is the umpire extend his arm out with a fist, and that's the signal for like a delayed dead ball. The reason it's a delayed dead ball there is because the offense, because it was obstructed by the defense, has the right to take the outcome of the play or the obstruction call, and the runner gets the base. Now, the reason it's a delayed, like I said, in the outcome of the play, well, if the outfielder overshoots the cutoff and rolls down with the dugout and the first baseman picks it up and tries to throw one at third and it sails in the left field, and that runner who was obstructed by the shortstop then scores, well, if the umpire killed the play, he would only get third base.
Right.
But because it's delayed and the snowball fight in the infield started, then that runner scored, the offense then can take the outcome of the play where the run would count. If the umpire killed it right away, he'd only gotten third. So I think fans, when they see that, some of that stuff like that, and even managers come screaming, and I usually that's if you have my games and that happens, you hear me go, I have it, I got it, and I just, and then when the play eventually calms down and is ball's stopped and the time's called, you can explain it. But yeah, that's usually the most anxious or most energetic type play that I get from fans and managers and sometimes players, other than obviously the bang plays in the borderline pitches.
One of them that I get asked quite frequently is if you could explain, and I know it's a fairly simple rule and I understand it, but a lot of fans don't, is the infield fly rule.
Oh, sure.
Because all of a sudden the batter's out and nothing happened. As far as the play is still in progress and the batter's out. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, I mean, the rules stated it. I'm not probably going to say it 100% correctly, but it says the infielder has to be able to get under a ball.
Okay.
And that's kind of the Cliff Notes version of that. Now that doesn't. People are misinformed too because they think it has to be in the infield, which it doesn't.
No, the fielder has to have a reasonable opportunity to get under it and catch it.
Correct. And so, it can't be a line drive, can't be a bunt, but so that could be out in the short of the outfield, and in some of those tricky ones with umpires are those bloopers where the infield's kind of running back. And they don't get under it, but they're and the runners then are caught in a dilemma.
Rundown, yeah.
But as an umpire, that goes back to, well, they weren't able to get under it, so you didn't call it. But that's usually where there's some gray area there, someone's not going to be happy.
And it doesn't apply on all short fly balls. You have to have certain situations on the bases as well.
Correct. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. It's either got to be runners on first and second, or
bases loaded.
So there's really only two scenarios.
And less than 2 outs.
Correct. Yes, I should add that too. Yeah. So take for granted you understand baseball rules, and not everyone listening might. But there's got to be less than 2 outs, and first and second, or
isn't that rule simply to eliminate confusion for the runner?
Yeah, because otherwise you'd have the situation where, if there's runners on first and second and a little fly ball to shortstop, if the runners would hold, figuring he's going to catch it, if he dropped it, he could throw to second,
right,
throw to third, and you'd have a double play. And
right.
So that's the basis of that rule there.
Okay. Well, thank you, Teddy, for joining us today on Life of the Umpire, recorded here at the Goat Coffee House on Water Street. We have many more topics to talk about, and we'll get to those on future episodes of The Life of the Umpire. Our next episode will be between games during the next Cavalier doubleheader. I'm Rick Olson, inviting you to stay tuned for Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.
This has been today's episode of The Life of the Umpire.
From Ode to the Ump by Barbara Gorlick. Watch him there behind the plate, the guy referred to as Blue. Hey Blue, you must be blind. How could you call that ball strike 2? He takes the ribbing all in stride. Been doing this for many years. Loves the game, the fans, the kids. Lots of fun, and yes, sometimes tears. Too soon the season will be over and done. But next year the kids will come to play. The ump will smile and call batter up. He'll be having fun, just like he is today.
Stay tuned. Coming up in just a few minutes will be Game 2 of today's doubleheader on NLWN-TV.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
You've been tuned to Cavalier Between Games. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air.
Fly ball out into center field. It's hit hard. It's hit long, and it's gone! A home run for Cole Hyman!
NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier games. Join us while we follow the Cavaliers as they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Fly ball out into right field. This one's tagged, and it's out of here! Into the fan deck, a 2-run home run by Gabe O'Brien.
And now, out to the ballpark for Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
And we're back here at Cadott High School Field, where the Cadott Red Sox knocked off the Cavaliers in Game 1 of today's doubleheader by a score of 9-7, and now we're getting ready for Game 2. Dan, real quickly, run these starting lineups for Game 2.
Yeah, here's the starters for the Cavaliers. Batting first will be Caden Erickson. Batting second will be Xavier Benminster. Batting third will be Sam Knickerbocker. Batting fourth will be Carson Windesenhausen. Batting fifth will be Cody Dayton. Batting sixth will be Trenton Palmer. Batting seventh will be Cooper Dykes. Batting eighth will be Ashton Crowell. Batting ninth will be Brayton Tillman with Andrew Milner on the mound. For the Red Sox, batting first will be Jack Kine. Batting second will be Luke Erickson. Batting third will be Jonah Hansen. Batting fourth will be Leo Lasher. Batting fifth will be Jack Redwine. Batting sixth will be Chad Cron. Batting seventh will be Sam Feck. Batting eighth will be Logan Brzezinski. And batting ninth will be Carter Hessman with Zach Thies on the mound.
I think it's Thiesy.
Thiesy?
But I've been mistaken about that before, so I don't know.
Zach Thiesy.
So in the first game, the Cavalier, the top part of the batting order, just was not able to get much production. And so now we're getting ready for Game 2. Let's see if we can get a little different score on the board for the Cavs. But it's going to be difficult because Jack Thiesy is the ace of the staff for the Red Sox. He's got a 4-1 record with a 3.44 earned run average in 37 2/3 innings pitched. And leading off for the Cavaliers, stepping in is Caden Erickson. Erickson went 0 for 2 in Game 1. And there's a curveball strike on the outside corner. And Dan, just like we always say, you're going to have to get used to a new umpire in Game 2. And the strike zone will be different. That one's a curveball outside.
Yeah, the umpire is going to be different. The wind is going to be the same.
It is. And chilly. There's a high pop-up into shallow center field. Erickson comes in, and Erickson is out. Luke Erickson makes the catch for the Red Sox. Caden Erickson goes down. Brings up Xavier Benminster. Benminster went 0 for 3 in Game 1. He did score a run.
Yeah, Dave.
There's a line shot down the line, fair ball in left field. And Benminster is on with a base hit. That'll bring up Sam Knickerbocker. Knickerbocker went 1 for 2 in the first game. Bedminster takes his lead at first. Thiesey looks over that way and delivers. There's a strike called. And throw over to first. Bedminster's back in. And the pitch. Curveball. Strike called. Behind the plate is Rick Byer. And on the bases is Rich Hansen. Here's the pitch. High pop up. Kine coming in at second and making the catch.
The umpires.
And that's 2 down. Brings up Carson Windenhausen. He had a good game in the first game. He went 2 for 3, a couple of doubles out to the right center field wall.
Well, except usually feel flavor.
Over to first. Bedminster's back.
My cat, go to work. Good Tommy.
And the pitch. And that got him in the helmet. Maybe not. It was high and tight. He won't have to shave tonight after that. And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Carson Windenhausen. And high and tight again, 3-0. Thiesey looks over at second. And there's a high pop-up. And Kine makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played a half inning and no score as the Red Sox are coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
And we're back here at Cadott. And Dan's got horses on the loose, but they aren't his, right?
Yeah, the neighbor called and said, "Are your horses out?" And I always say, when they're out, they're not mine. When they're naughty, they're not. When they're nice, they're mine. But all is taken care of already, so we're good to go.
Well, leading off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning, Jack Kind. And then Luke Erickson.
That's no response.
Followed by Jonah Hansen. Kind went 1 for 3 in game 1. Andrew Milner on the mound for the Cavs. And there's a strike called. Milner comes into the game with a 2-1 record of 1.99 earned run average in 22 2/3 innings. There's a ground ball over to first. Fielded there by Windenhausen, and he steps on the bag. So Kind grounds out. First baseman unassisted. Brings up Luke Erickson. Erickson had a big day in game 1. Went 3 for 4, including a big home run. And the pitch. That's low for a ball. And the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. There's the pitch. That just missed. 2 balls and a strike. So just a little bit low and away. And the pitch from Milner. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. Got him to chase that curveball out of the zone.
Yeah, all 4 pitchers we've seen here for the Cavs have all got a different swing pitch here.
That pitch missed outside. So the count goes full. Luke Erickson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. That's going to bring up Jonah Hansen. He's the catcher. He went 1 for 2 in game 1. And there's a strike called. And there is the pitch inside for a ball. 1-1. Milner delivers. That was outside. 2 balls and a strike. Milner's last start came in game 1 of the doubleheader against the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Here's the pitch. And ground to second, throw over to first is in time. And so the Red Sox go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played 1, and there's no score in Cadott on NLWN.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
So we head to the top of the second inning. And waiting for Jonah Hansen to come out. He made the third out of the inning, so it always takes the catcher a little while when he's the last out to get back out there. Got to get all that gear on. All right, leading off for the Cavaliers in the top of the second is Cody Dayton. He's the designated hitter, batting .261 on the season. He did not play in game one. And there's a strike called at the letters.
Yeah.
That pitch is outside. A ball and a strike.
That's like
There's the pitch. Chop ball back into the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. The line to end the pitch. Outside curveball missed. And there's a fly ball out in the left field. Down the line, falls in for a base hit. And Cody Dayton laces a single out to left. It's going to bring up Trenton Palmer. Palmer went 0 for 1 in game one. And pitch, ground ball through the hole into right field. Palmer safe at first. Dayton's at second. That'll bring up Cooper Dykes. Dykes went 0 for 1 in the first game. Cavaliers, nobody out. Hansen wants to have a little word out on the mound with Easy. Here's the pitch. Foul back into the screen. There's a fly ball out into right field. Moving over under it is Redwine. He makes the catch.
They're trying to get him at third.
And in safely at third, tagging and advancing is Cody Dayton. So, Cooper Dykes, he doesn't get credit for a sacrifice fly, but he at least advanced the runners. So we got one down. Runners at second and third. Cavs have a threat going. Ashton Kroll is up. First pitch is a ball outside. He went 0 for 3 in game one. And there's a line shot caught. And the runners all get back. That's about the fourth one of those today between game one and now that Kine and Hesselman made catches of that were just sinking and almost scooted through.
Yeah, I could slide a piece of paper under those gloves, but they're catches.
Brayton Tillman went 1 for 3 in the first game. Cavaliers only batting 9 in this game. That pitch is high and away for a ball. And the pitch. Fly ball. That's deep out into right field, and it's off wall. 1 run is in. Here comes another one. So Dayton has scored, and in comes Trenton Palmer as Brayton Tillman hits a 2-out double out to the right field fence.
Yeah, pitch got left right down the middle. And Tillman didn't miss that one.
Takes us back to the top of the order. Caden Erickson flew out to center field his first time up. There's a high pop-up foul out of play. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out towards center field, way back, and Erickson is under it and makes a catch. So Luke Erickson is being a thorn in the side of Caden Erickson as he went down for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Cavaliers pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. So we've played an inning and a half, and it's the Cavaliers 2, Red Sox nothing on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
So we head into the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cavaliers on top, 2-0. And due up for the Red Sox, Leo Lasher, Jack Redwine, and Chad Crone. Lasher went 2 for 4 in game 1. There's a hard shot ground ball over to second, throw over to first in time.
Mason pitched a little bit. Yeah.
Cooper Dykes did a nice job of just staying in front of that and making the play.
Yeah, hard ball there.
That brings up Jack Redwine, who went 2 for 4 in game 1. That pitch missed low and away for a ball. And the pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. Ground ball to Erickson at short. Throw over to Windenhausen at first, and he made a nice stretch and made the catch.
Yeah, that's one thing about Windenhausen. At first, he's got the size to get that stretch there.
So that's going to bring up Chad Crone. He hit in game one. He did come in as a defensive substitution very late in the game. Did not get any chances at bat. Comes into the game batting 158, and that pitch is low and inside.
I said, I don't know. I said,
Line shot. Stat by Erickson. He did not make the catch. That's going to be an infield hit for Crone.
I bet you said, if you think it's over.
Erickson tried to return the favor to the Red Sox, but was unable to do so. That brings up Sam Feck, who went 0 for 1 in game one. That pitch is outside. He did get hit in the knee twice. And what is it we say, Dan? About not being able to hit the ball?
Let it hit you. Hey, Amanda knows that.
And there's a called strike. A ball and a strike to Sam Feck.
Yeah, you just feel it for the next couple days.
Or in my case, for the next couple weeks. Swing and a miss, strike two.
They're home.
One ball, two strikes, two down.
I know, but I'd have to say the score for you. Usually it's...
Runner goes. Throw down to second, and it's not time.
Yeah, good jump by Chad Crone.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And there's a strike 3 called at the belt. So for the Red Sox, they pick up no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We played 2, and it's the Cavaliers 2 and the Red Sox nothing on NLWN-TV.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
So we go into the top of the 3rd inning with the Cavaliers on top, 2-0. Due up for the Cavaliers, Xavier Bedminster, Sam Knickerbocker, and Carson Windenhausen. Bedminster singled to left his first time up. Zach Deasy motioning to his left fielder out there, Feck, to move over toward the line more. There's a line shot right where Feck was, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second, sliding in safe with a double is Xavier Bedminster. Yeah, that's a little bit ironic there, Dan, because Deasy was pointing to Sam Feck, to move over toward the line, and he did. Had he stayed where he was originally, he would have been able to get that fly ball that fell in, and Bemnister is now on second. Knickerbocker lines one down the first baseline foul.
Yeah, that wind all day's been flying from right field to left field. And it is starting to settle down a little bit.
And don't be saying anything.
Hang on to the tent.
And the pitch is high for a ball. A ball and a strike to Knickerbocker. He popped to second his last time up. There's a high pop. Shallow left field, coming over and making the catch is Hesselman. That's going to bring up Carson Windenhausen with one out. He popped out to second. First pitch is a ball. Oh, Amanda's having a very nutritious meal here. Little peanut butter packets that she's going to squeeze on a banana. Fly ball out into left field. It's fairly deep, but getting under it is Feck, and he makes the catch. That'll bring up Cody Dayton. He singled to left his last time up. Came around and scored. Bemnister on second, 2 down. Here's the pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner curveball. You know, from this angle, and I'm looking out at Thesey, there's a ground ball over through the hole and into left field. Rounding third, coming in to score is Xavier Bemnister. That one was one of those seeing eyeballs by Cody Dayton.
Yeah, just a hard hit ball. Got through everybody.
That'll bring up Trenton Palmer. He singled his last time up. That one's a foul out of play. There's a ground ball over to second. Scooped up. Throw over to first. And in time. Kine over to Crone. So Palmer grounds out 4-3. And the Cavaliers put another one on the board, though. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. So we've played 2.5, and it's the Cavaliers 3 and the Red Sox nothing on NLWN-2.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
Going into the bottom of the inning, leading off for the Red Sox is Logan Brzezinski. He went 0 for 3 in game 1. Milner's pitch just missed low. And the pitch, that one's down low. There's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. There's the wind in the pitch. Strike 2 called at the knees. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball foul against the screen. Milner looks in and delivers. Ground ball foul down the first baseline. No balls, 3 strikes. We're in the third. Cavaliers on top. Or no balls, 2 strikes. If it was 3 strikes, it would be a problem. There's a pitch outside. Let's get the count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. We're in the third inning. Cavaliers on top, 3-0. Here's the pitch. There's strike 3 called. Curveball came sweeping over the plate. Strikeout number 3 for Milner. It's going to bring up Carter Hesselman. And the first pitch is high and away for a ball. There's a strike. Fastball over the outside third. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw the fastball right by him that time. Right down the middle of Water Street. Hesselman just couldn't catch up to it. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Drifting back is Tillman, and he makes the catch. Taking a look at the Cavaliers defensively, it's a little different than it was in game 1. Knickerbocker's behind the plate. Xavier Bemnister's at third. Erickson's at short. Dykes at second. Windenhausen at first. Kroll is out in left. Tillman's in center. And Palmer is in right. Jack Kine is up at the plate. And that first pitch is a called strike. He grounded out to Windenhausen at first. And there's a called strike. Here's the wind in the pitch. Check swing strike called. And so Kine goes down swinging. So for the Red Sox, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we have played 3. And it's the Cavaliers 3 and the Red Sox nothing on NLWN-TV.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
So we head into the top of the fourth inning, and Dan, the comment I was going to make about Zach Theasy, looking at him out there, he reminds me kind of Charlie Sheen's character, Wild Thing, in the movie Major League.
Yeah, I could
With the
see that.
glasses and the look on his face, and the way he wears his hat, and so on. He just reminds me of the Wild Thing. Luke here, or not Luke, I'm looking at the wrong team here. Cooper Dykes at the plate. And he sends one out into center field. It's going to hang up. Luke Erickson's going to get over and make the catch. Dykes also had flown out to right field his first time up. Brings up Ashton Kroll, who lined a shot to second base. Another one of those shoestring stabs that the Red Sox have made today. That first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. And the pitch. Ground ball over to first. Goes through the hole out into right field. And Ashton Kroll is on.
Yeah, nothing fancy there.
Braden Tillman hit a 2 RBI double his last time up out right field.
Go stay back. Go stay turn on.
Theasy's pitch is high for a ball. Theasy looks over at first and now delivers. And that one's fouled off on a play on the left side. Now that wind's trying to pick up again.
Dang it, Dan.
I did. I jinxed it earlier.
Yeah, Dan, you jinxed it. Poor man is over here just shivering, wrapped in a blanket. And the pitch. Ground ball over to second. Throw to short for one. Throw to first, and he's safe at first. So, Tillman gets a fielder's choice, and Kroll is out 4-6. Takes us back to the top of the order. Caden Erickson, he's hit the ball, but nothing's falling in for him. Flew out to center field both times.
Yeah, see if we can get one down the line.
That first pitch missed for a ball. Theasy at the belt. Throw over to first. And Tillman's in. And the pitch. Curveball miss. Oh, it's a strike. He did call it a strike. Ball and a strike. To Caden Erickson. Curveball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Erickson's had a rough day at the plate today. He's gone 0 for 4 so far.
Don't throw that way. Throw the other way. Here.
And that pitch is low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Erickson's got the hitter's pitch coming up. Easy looks in. He likes that sign. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And they're going to call interference on Erickson. He stepped right in front of the catcher in the process of going through his swing. And they're calling interference on Erickson. So the out is on the runner. It goes down as a caught stealing. Now, the real question is, will Erickson be up to bat next time? Because that wasn't a strikeout.
Correct. Yeah.
Because there were 2 outs. Erickson didn't strike out, so he should come back with a clean count, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we'll have to get that sorted out here.
But let's send it to a commercial break.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
So now we're going to head into the bottom of the 4th inning, and we got it clarified from Rick Beyer that the out was on the runner. It is a caught stealing for Tillman, and because of batter interference. But Erickson will be back up to bat. Line shot right into the glove of Cooper Dykes out at first. So that's going to bring up Jonah Hansen. Hansen grounded to second his last time up. And there's a pitch down low. And the pitch. There's a soft fly ball, and Caden Erickson goes back and snags it before it can fall in like a Texas leaguer. So Hansen is down, and Leo Lasher coming up. He grounded to second his last time up. Let's put it that way. Here comes the pitch. Curveball missed outside. Andrew Milner into his motion, and the pitch. Inside. Yeah, Amanda's worried that that's abusing our banner.
Come on now. Come on. Put a strike in there.
Leo Lasher at the plate. Milner delivers. There's a fly ball out to center field. Moving back at the fence. It's off the fence.
Yeah, good effort there in center field. It just went over top of his glove.
And it did go off the fence and stay in play. That was close to being out of the ballpark. So Lasher checks in at second. with 2 down. Brings up Jack Redwine, who grounded to short his last time up. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Scooped up by Erickson, but he doesn't have a play. He had to go very hard to his right, and his momentum took him out into left field and wasn't able to turn and make a play. But by making that play at short, he possibly kept the runner from coming in to score.
Hey, come on, we got 2 away. Come on, baby. Come on.
That's going to bring up Chad Crone, who had an infield hit short his last time up. And there's a strike called at the letters. There's a ground ball through the hole and into score comes Leo Lasher. So Crone gets an RBI single. And Lasher scores. Makes the score Cavaliers 3, Red Sox 1. And at the plate is Sam Feck. And he fouls that one off the screen. They know each other though. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Tillman moving back. And he made the catch. Brayton Tillman chased it down. And for the Red Sox, they do pick up a run on 3 hits. There were no errors, and we had 2 left on base. So we've played 4, and it's the Cavaliers 3 and the Red Sox 1 on NLWN-TV.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Ooh.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Okay, we got a little bit of a clarification. Caden Erickson was the one called out, not the runner. So the runner does get the stolen base then. And Erickson was out on batter interference. And that means that Xavier Bemnister comes to the plate. And the first pitch is a ball. Bemnister's 2 for 2 today in this game. Singled and doubled. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball over to third, throw over to first, and Bemnister gets there. The throw could not get there in time, and he's going to get an infield hit.
Yeah, long run for Leo Lasher.
That was a tough throw by Lasher. He fielded it in fair territory, but spun in foul territory and tried to make the throw. Sam Knickerbocker at the plate. He's popped out twice. That pitch is outside for a ball. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Thesey throw.
Chased one out of the zone that time, and it kind of frustrated him that he did it. The ball and a strike. Thesey at the belt. And delivers. There's a shot out into left center field, falls in for a base hit. Rounding second, heading to third. He thought about coming in, but did not. Is Bemnister, but Knickerbocker checks in with a double. So Bemnister's on third, Knickerbocker on second, nobody out. That's going to bring up Carson Windenhausen. We do have a courtesy runner coming in. Mason Yarrington is in running for Knickerbocker.
Okay, now, watch your beam.
Yarrington takes his lead at second. Bemnister with a lead at third. And that pitch is high to Windenhausen.
Windus.
And the pitch. That missed outside. Carson Windenhausen at the plate. And the pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls and a strike. Beasley's pitch is outside. 3-1. This is the hitter's pitch now.
Go, kid.
And the pitch. That's outside. Ball 4. So Windenhausen draws a walk. And the bases are loaded. It's going to bring up Cody Dayton. He's 2 for 2 in this game. Singled twice, scored once, got an RBI. Nobody out. Cavaliers have the bases full. There's a pop foul on a play. And the pitch. That's too high. Tried to get the curveball to come down, but it wouldn't. Ball and a strike. To Cody Dayton. Easy at the belt. And the pitch. Ball back into the screen. Easy looks. Now he delivers. That's high. Two balls, two strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Popped up, foul territory out of play. Count holds it 2-2. And the pitch. That's a long fly ball out into right field. Still carrying back. Back makes the catch as Redwine. Runner tags and scores. So it's a sacrifice fly for Cody Dayton.
Oh, something like a quick final, but it's all.
That's going to bring up Trenton Palmer. Palmer singled his first time up and scored. Then he also grounded to second. Pitch is high. Runners at first and second. And there's a called strike at the letters. Yarrington's out at second. And Windeshausen's at first. Yarrington takes the lead. Easy steps off. Everybody retreats. Now he gets back on the rubber, and Yarrington takes his lead. Pitch is inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Cavs up on top. 4-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Counts even at 2-2.
Ball in.
And the pitch. There's a pop-up out towards left field, and it falls in for a base hit. Yarrington heading for the plate, and he's going to score. Throw it on to third, and in safely is Windeshausen. Just a little seeing-eye Texas leaguer that just barely stayed fair for Trenton Palmer. And so Yarrington scores. And Windeshausen is at third. Cooper Dykes comes to the plate with 1 out. Runners on the corners. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Palmer. Palmer has a 2-hit game. There's a high pop out into left field, coming in and making the catch. Throw towards the plate. Windeshausen comes in to score. Making that catch was Hesselman, I believe, coming over from his shortstop position. So that was a sacrifice fly for Cooper Dykes. And at the plate is Eli Rathke. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Rathke batting an even 100 on the season. Broken bat. Ground ball over to short, throw to first, and they got him. A big chunk of that bat ended up all the way over, slamming against the fence of the dugout for the Red Sox. So that's one of the more spectacular ground outs to short. And so The Cavaliers do pick up 3 runs on 2 hits. Yes, 3 runs on 2 hits. There weren't any errors, and the Cavaliers did leave 1 on base. So we've played 4.5, and it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Red Sox 1 on NLWN-TV.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Defensive realignment for the Cavaliers. Eli Rathke, who went in for Ashton Kroll, is going to stay in the game, play shortstop, or check that, third base, one of those places. And Xavier Bemnister is moving out to left field. The first pitch into Logan Brzezinski is a called strike. Brzezinski went down looking his first time up. There's a foul ball back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the wind in the pitch. It's outside. And the pitch. Strike called. Brzezinski goes down looking for the second time in this game. Brings up Carter Hesselman, who flew out to center field his last time up. Sign it afterward. Here's the wind of the pitch. Line shot out into left field, and on at first is Carter Hesselman. Takes us back to the top of the order. That's the 5th hit of the night for the Red Sox.
Daddy, it's like grandma's.
Jack Hine is at the plate. He's 0 for 2 in this game. And the first pitch is a called strike. There's the pitch. That missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Milner working in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Had Kine way out in front of it.
Yeah, Milner's got that curveball working good here this game.
A ball and 2 strikes. That just missed outside.
Right here, Jack. Come on, guys. Come on, let's get him.
And the pitch. Pop up. The shallow center field. Erickson moving back. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch. That's going to bring up Luke Erickson. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Quite the contrast from game 1 where he went 3 for 4.
Okay, stop. We got 2 away. One more. 60.
Milner delivers, and it missed for a ball. Erickson showed bunt that time.
Third baseman. Right now,
And the pitch. High pop up. Erickson out into shallow left field, and he can't make the catch. Dan, I was blocked by an umpire. Did they run into each other out there?
No. Yeah, landed right between them. Yeah, that wind was kind of swirling around and just couldn't make the catch.
So that's going to bring up Jonah Hansen.
Let's go. Okay, son, now stop. We got 2 away.
Hansen's 0 for 2. And the pitch. Just missed high. And the pitch. That's a strike called at the knees.
We're trying to get you. Get off there, Brady. Let's go, buddy. Go up. Got it, bud.
A ball and a strike with 2 down. 2 runners on. Strike called on the inside corner. Hansen thought it was going to be a ball and realized it broke right over right at the last second. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 down. And the pitch. That missed inside, and not by much. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field, moving over is Tillman, and he makes the catch. So for the Red Sox, they get no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we have completed 5, and it's the Cavaliers 6, Red Sox 1 on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Back here at the field behind Cadott High School. As we've said before, it's the home of the Cadott Hornets. It's also the home of the Cadott Red Sox, and that's who we're visiting today. The Cavaliers taking on the Red Sox. Red Sox win game 1, 9-7. Cavaliers on top in game 2, 6-1. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, and due up for the Cavaliers is Brayton Tillman, then Caden Erickson, Xavier Bemnister. Brayton Tillman is 1 for 2. He doubled, knocking in 2 RBIs, and also got on a fielder's choice. There's a pitch low, and I do believe he gets credit for the stolen bases last time up when Erickson was called out on batter interference. There's a strike called. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. Made Erickson dance in the batter's box, or in the on-deck circle. There's the pitch. High pop-up foul, and it stayed fair, but Hansen couldn't make the catch. Again, it just happened to be as the wind happened to be picking up.
Yeah,
that wind blowing in is just playing havoc for anything that's up in the air.
Yeah, all day. It's just been every fly ball has been a workout for every fielder.
It's an adventure.
Need a bigger glove.
Yes. So 2 strikes to Brayton Tillman. That's high and away. Counts even at 2-2.
I got sugar. Oh,
And the pitch. Ground ball can't be handled by the first baseman Crone, and it bounces away from him. So Tillman's on an error by the first baseman. And Caden Erickson steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3, flew out twice and was called out on batter interference in his last appearance. His swing took him out over the plate, prevented Hansen from making the throw to second. And there's a high pop-up, moving over against the dugout and making the catch right against the fence.
Yeah, great
was
catch.
Leo Lasher. That's going to bring up Xavier Bemnister. He's 3 for 3 in this game. And the pitch, down low for a ball. Runner goes, throw it out to second, and I think they got him.
Yeah.
So Tillman is out, caught stealing.
Yeah.
2 down.
Yeah, he did get a very big jump there, and Hansen was right on the money on that throw.
1 ball, 1 strike to Bemnister. The 1-1 pitch. He hits a ground ball over to third. Can't be handled cleanly, and there's no play at first. So Bemnister is on an error by the third baseman. Lasher couldn't come up with the ball. They kind of handcuffed him over there. By the time he got it, Bemnister was already down at first. Sam Knickerbocker coming to the plate. Popped out twice, doubled. There's a high fly ball out into left field, moving over and making the catch is Peck. And so Knickerbocker is out, as are the Cavaliers. They pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we've played 5 1/2, and it's the Cavs 6 And the Red Sox won on NLWN-TV.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
And we're going to go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cavaliers on top, 6-1. Andrew Milner starting his 6th inning of work. Leading off for the Red Sox, Leo Lasher, then Jack Redwine and Chad Crone. Lasher doubled his last time up, came around and scored. That pitch was outside. Curveball just couldn't quite catch the corner. And the pitch swung on a miss. There's a ground ball, and under the glove of Erickson, it's short and out into center field. That's 2-hit day for Leo Lasher. It's going to bring up Jack Redwine. He's 1 for 2. Had an infield single to short and also grounded out to short. So that tells me that Caden Erickson needs to be on his toes.
Caden's let a couple through here today. Let's see if we can get a glove on one.
There's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And they got him. The throw over to Erickson, who went over the top. Yeah, went over the top of Lasher, and Lasher is out. He's caught stealing.
Good throw by Knickerbocker. It was a little high, but early enough.
Erickson did a good job of getting the tag down on him. It's gonna, well, Jack Redwine's still at the plate, and that pitch is low for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. And that one missed, so it's 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's down low.
Action in the Cavaliers bullpen. Tyson Woodcock is warming up.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. Come on. Got a full count. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 down. Milner winds and he delivers. That's Low. I guess that was a full count because Red Wine drew the base on balls. That's going to bring up Chad Crone. He's 2 for 2 in this game. He had an infield single to short and also a single out to left. So he's been hitting it over to the left side of the infield. And the pitch. It's high for a ball. And the pitch swung on a miss. And that pitch is high and away. 2 balls and a strike. 1 down. Milner looks over at first and delivers. That's high, ball 3. Let's go. Throw over to first and back in safely is Red Wine. And it's ball 4. And Ryan Bedminster wants to have a talk out there.
What was it that game?
So he's going to head out to the mound. He does not normally change on the first visit in an inning.
Yeah, give Tyson Woodcock maybe a little more time to get ready also.
This is very likely where he's making sure they're aware of the situation out there. So home plate umpire Rick Byer went out there to make sure that they hustled along. And it was pretty clear that Bedminster you're absolutely right. He was just trying to give Tyson Woodcock a little more time to get warm, and it looks like Woodcock is ready. There's a pitch that was outside.
Come on, Milner. Good boy, Milner.
Fall back into the screen.
Come on, we got strike.
Ball and a strike with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that got him in the back. Sam Feck gets hit by the pitch again today. He did that twice in the first game. And looks like we have a pinch runner for Sam Feck. And that's going to be Warren Bovey.
Come on, Milner. Let's go. Come on, Milner. Come on, Milner. Come on, Milner.
Milner delivers. That pitch is low for a ball. Logan Brzezinski at the plate. He has struck out looking twice.
Yeah, 6-1 Cavalier, and this doesn't feel like it's over yet.
And there's a strike called. And the pitch. Foul ball.
Shook our camera a little bit.
Dan's on it.
Come on, we can do it. Come on, let's go. Right in the ball. We'll be able to see it.
And the pitch, strike 3. So 2 down. Pitch is high and away. And the pitch. High pop foul out of play.
Come on, man, let's stay top. Let's go.
And the pitch, fly ball out into left field. It's deep. It's back. And that, folks, is a grand slam home run by Carter Hesselman. So, all of a sudden, we have a 1-run game. Cavaliers on top, 6-5 after that grand slam home run by Carter Hesselman. Back to the top of the order now, Jack Kine. And a little bit of life coming out of that dugout. And that pitch, well, we have got a 1-1 count.
Did they throw the ball?
And there's a fly ball out into center field. It's back, and over is Tillman, and he makes the catch. So that takes care of the inning, but not before a pretty big swat by Carter Hesselman. Grand slam home run to score 4. And after 6 innings, it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Red Sox 5 on NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
So we're back here at Cadott, and all of a sudden we have a ball game. Leading off for the Cavaliers in the top of the 7th is Carson Windenhausen. He popped to second, flew out to left, and drew a walk, scored a run. And the first pitch to Windenhausen is a called strike. And the pitch. Swung and foul tip back to the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Wendishausen goes down swinging. It's going to bring up Cody Dayton. He had a sacrifice fly his last time up. He is 2 for 2 otherwise. Strike call, curveball over the outer third of the plate.
They have a couple guys.
And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen again.
The man was for commercial baseball. They didn't even everyone on steel.
And the pitch. That's low and away. Fly ball out into right center field. That falls in for a base hit. And Dayton has a 3-hit game. It's going to bring up Trenton Palmer, who's got a 2-hit game so far. He singled to right, scored a run, singled to left, picked up an RBI. And in between, he grounded to second. There's a foul back out of play. Dayton takes his lead at first. And the pitch. That's high and away for a ball. Six to 5, Cavaliers on top. It was 6-1 until there was a grand slam home run by Carter Hesselman. Throw over to first, and back in is Cody Dayton. And that pitch is outside for a ball.
No, play it up. Oh, wait.
And there's a high pop foul out of play.
Where's that? 22.
Easy looks in and delivers it outside. Count goes full now to Trenton Palmer. And Amanda, I just want to point out that Palmer's wearing blue socks, yet they have red stripes on them. Yeah, I think that's navy blue. And it's foul back out of play. Nonetheless, they're not Red Sox. They're stirrups. They're stirrups is what they are.
I think it's going to make ourselves.
Yeah, but the stirrups are a tradition in baseball. That's high for ball 4. So Palmer draws the walk and moves Cody Dayton over to second. Cooper Dykes coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to right, flew out to center, then hit a sacrifice fly to left. So he's spread it all over the place. There's a high pop-up. Coming in is Kine, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Eli Rathke. Now, Amanda says he's got real socks on, and they look almost like hockey socks. I'm sure they're baseball, but pitch is high. Right, they aren't as thick. Nor as big. Hockey socks have to go over all those pads. Swing and a miss. Come on. And the pitch. Swung on and foul tip back to the screen. That kept Rathke alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Cavs would like to get a little insurance here. We're in the top of the 7th. Cavs up by only 1. There's a pop-up, and again, underneath is Kine, and he makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, they pick up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 7th with the Cavaliers nursing a 1-run lead on NLWN-TV.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
A pitching change for the Cavaliers going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Tyson Woodcock is now on the mound trying to pick up his 3rd save of the season. Andrew Milner went 6 innings, gave up 5 runs. They were all earned on 9 hits, struck out 6 and walked 2. Luke Erickson grounds it right back to Woodcock's glove, who flips it over to Windeshausen for the out. So, Jonah Hansen steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is outside for a ball. Woodcock has a 1-0 record with 2 saves so far. There's a strike called. That one caught the inside edge of the plate. Ground ball over to second. Picked up there, throw over to first, and 2 down. Red Sox are down to their final out. It's going to bring up Leo Lasher. Lasher's 2 for 3 in this game. He's doubled and singled. That pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. That's low. Two balls, no strikes to Lasher. And there's a foul on the left side. And there's a strike right down the middle of Water Street.
Well,
two balls, two strikes. High pop up. Fly ball. Moving underneath and making the catch is Palmer. And the Cavs are going to come away winners in game 2 by the score of 6-5. The Cavs got 6 runs on 11 hits. I think it might have been 12, actually. 6 runs on 12 hits. They didn't commit any errors in this game. And the Red Sox picked up 5 runs on 8 hits. Winning pitcher in this game is Andrew Milner. And losing pitcher is Zach Thiese. And Tyson Woodcock picks up the save. We will have more to talk about this in Talking Baseball on NLWN-TV right after this timeout.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
You've been watching Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV. This copyrighted presentation has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with the Eau Claire Cavaliers and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and the Eau Claire Cavaliers is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Cadott High School for Talking Baseball, and joining us right away is Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister. And, well, Ryan, although it might not be exactly what you were hoping for, you gained the split today, dropping the first one, but you came back and won the second one with the exception of one big hit. It was a fairly convincing win.
Yeah, Milner just made a little mistake there. I think he was running a little low on gas, and yeah, he looked good the whole day up until that one inning. So, or that one pitch, I should say. And this is a good ball club over here. They got some good sticks, good pitching, and
they've got a lot of power.
Yeah, they're definitely a power team. Like, we're a speed team, they're a power. Oh, thanks. They're a power team. And that was really nice. Just a really good day. Honestly, that first game was ours. An error cost us 4 runs. If that play's made, the game's over. We win that game, 7-5. But unfortunately, it didn't go our way first game, and the second game it didn't. And again, I kind of heard you in between the games saying that we only had 5 hits in the first game. So that was one of the other things I brought up to the guys. I'm like, we had 5 hits in the first game, but we had 5 hits in the first 2 innings of this game. So it makes a big difference.
It does make a big difference because all of a sudden things seem to relax and they were seeing the ball better. And this was their ace that you roughed up.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a good pitcher. We figured we'd see him in one of the 2 games today. It was game 2. So, but the nice thing was the approach changed from game 1 to game 2. And that's an adjustment we need to make against all these teams that we're splitting with in these doubleheaders.
Yeah, it needs to be. You guys need to come to the ballpark with that approach.
Yeah, we got to make the adjustment in the first game instead of the second game. So, but I was just happy to see them rally around Milner. He had a rough outing the last time he was out there, and
I was just going to say that was a real nice bounce back performance for him in that one. After the outing he had against Jim Falls, he came right back and really dominated this game absolutely dominated for the first 4 innings, and then they started to scratch away, and then the grand slam.
Well, every pitcher is going to tell you that the first time through the order, second time through the order, third time through the order, they're going to start seeing your pitches and they're going to start hitting around a little bit. So that was the third time through the order for him when they got to him there. And we wanted to try to get him through 6. That was the plan. And that's exactly what we did. And like Tyson does, comes in and just shuts the door on teams. So
save number 3 for Tyson.
Yep. And he's our go-to guy. And you can see what he did out there. What did he throw? 7 pitches?
He totally handcuffed him.
Yeah. There was no doubts on everything there. So, yeah, it was just we got to get a couple guys going. There's a rough day for a couple guys, and they,
a couple guys that it's not like them, but they just had a really tough time at the plate today. I'm thinking about your leadoff hitter. I was going to say your number 2 hitter, but he sure came on strong in the second game. He made up for it in the second game.
Yeah, he made an adjustment at the plate. I'll tell you that. So that's good. It was good to see that because that's not typical for those 1, 2, 3 guys. I think Cade had a hit in the first game, but he's got a leg issue. Cole did something to his back. We had constantly had to leave. It was just a weird situation in the first game, and I'm just glad some of them got going. Let's just put it that way.
Well, coming up, you've got a little bit of time now. Coming up Friday, you've got Hudson at Carson Park. That ought to be fun because that's a pretty good ball club.
Yeah, really good ball club. I mean, they got one of their best players right now is playing for the Express, so let's hope he stays with them. But it's a good team. We're going to go a home and home thing with those guys this year. So that's when they come to our house on Friday, and then we go to see them, I think, next month sometime or something like that. But yeah, it's a good ball club. It's going to be a fun night. Friday night lights for baseball. Nothing better than you can do. Come on out and watch us play baseball.
We're heading into summer. It's what we're supposed to be doing, is spending the summers at the ballpark.
Damn right.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on picking up the split, because there's nothing guaranteed about that when you drop the first one. And so, and we'll be back with more talking baseball right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
So we're back here at Colfax High School talking baseball, and let's talk a little bit of baseball right now. Cavaliers split the doubleheader with the Cadott Red Sox. They dropped the first one 9-7, win the second one 6-5. Winning pitcher in that second game was Andrew Milner. It takes his record to 3-1. And the save goes to Tyson Woodcock. That's his third save of the season. And Jack Thiese takes the loss for the Red Sox. Cavaliers had 6 runs on 11 hits. I recounted them. So 6 runs on 11 hits. They did not commit any errors in game 2. And the Red Sox had 5 runs on 8 hits. So our next game will be on Friday when the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park, and we will see you there. I want to remind you to join us on Friday. And I don't know who types this thing up because it says August 14th. It wasn't. I think it is July or June 14th on NLWN-TV as we bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage starts at 6:30 with the In the Dugout show, followed by live play-by-play action. First pitch is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Join us next Saturday on NLWN-2 as we bring you Chippewa Valley Phoenix football. The Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors from Carson Park. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 and kickoff is scheduled for 2 o'clock. That's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football next Saturday on NLWN-2. Don't forget that coming up later this year, Northern Light Webcasting Network will broadcast our 500th event. Be sure to stay tuned because we will have some special announcements and special awards for our loyal viewers. That's all coming up later this broadcast season on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Hey, the Eau Claire Cavaliers want to remind veterans of the United States military that they can get a lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games simply by coming to Carson Park with your veterans identification, and the Cavaliers will be happy to issue you your lifetime pass. It's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service. Today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game has been brought to you by Menominee Eye and Optical with quality personalized care for you and your family. Your Napa Auto Parts store at 3580 Mall Drive in Eau Claire. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Midwest Environmental Consultants, lawn care and soil testing experts for Western Wisconsin. Royal Credit Union, where they're different in a good way, and C&K Construction, concrete experts in the Chippewa Valley. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on NLWN-TV. So, for a half-frozen Amanda Lemler on the computer, Ann Monroe on the camera, and Dan Petchow giving us all of his expertise. This is Rick Olson, that final score once again in Game 2. Cavaliers 6 and the Red Sox 5. You've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on NLWN-2.
You have been tuned to Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.